Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover,
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Eagles going up against the Browns.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Cleveland Browns. First and 10, Bridgewater. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. Here's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
The hook up good to Marquise Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They run with Pumphrey, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. And they're going to go soft on the corners. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
This is Isaiah Crowell, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Bridgewater on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
2nd down, 9 yards to go. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
Now back to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the 1st quarter. Now it's time for the 2nd quarter kickoff, as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Pumphrey, and the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Let's go. Set.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Shedding the tackle, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They're going to look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Play fake. He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Second down, Bridgewater. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Bridgewater now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, Bridgewater again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. To throw, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go to Johnson again. So we got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play clock winding down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Bridgewater. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Marquise Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw is Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll roll him out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bridgewater to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am. And you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Bridgewater again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Let's go. Wide 80. Wide 80.
Third and goal for Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
And the Browns getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. Space to run past the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Eight yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for it.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings. Right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm I'm going after him, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning looming.
Great note right there, because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Just with the Browns. Needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Fighting down. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Osweiler to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.